All right, so this situation between Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks is brewing up. And you know it's so funny because the young pups in Memphis, man, oh, when you're a young pup and you have no pressure, you have pretty much nothing to lose. But it's interesting that Dillon Brooks is still talking his shit, even though it's like pending what the NBA is going to do to Ja Morant, because he could be facing a 50-game suspension potentially. But that does not stop Dillon Brooks from talking his shit. Let's just see how this thing all first started out.
Listen to that, to the 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, my teammates showed me. I don't really watch
Right, no,
those
you're not on
things.
social media.
You know what I
Your teammates
mean?
showed it to
Yeah, they showed me, and then I watched the whole thing. It was some funny stuff. Not a championship player. I feel like my stuff that I said was facts, and we'll see at the end of the year what they do with him. But
Does it piss you off? Does it? I mean,
no, because I know I'm a better player than him. I could do the same stuff like he does. That's easy. That's just showing up to work. Me, I try to score. I try to figure out plays. I try to call out plays for my team. So just the fact that he was trying to pin my teammates against me, that's a low blow. So and that's what type of player he is.
And you're secure, obviously, that your teammates. You guys ran together.
Yeah, 100%. These are my guys. We grew it all together. I ain't out there, getting physical altercations with my teammates. I sit there and talk to them, try to, not break them down, but build them up.
Never decked one of them?
No, never. as much as I want to, I know being trying to be the best leader as possible, trying to get my point across. Even with guys that are solidified or whatnot. I've tried to find ways to be the best leader.
So this little back and forth between Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks almost serves like a promotional tool for the NBA, and they need a rival like this. This is not a rival yet, but this little back and forth is almost like a Don King. And I'm wondering if it affects the results of the pending Ja Morant situation, because they're going to need this for the ratings for sure. But let's see what Draymond Green had to say as he responded.
Related news to Memphis the same day. Dillon Brooks was suspended for a game for technical fouls. When it rains, it pours. And in related news, I think the same day, the idiot said something about me in his article, which I thought was very interesting. Raymond Ritter, best PR guy in the NBA, happens to work for Dubs. He sent me this thing, and he's like, hey, man, this writer reached out. He said, Dillon Brooks said this about you, and he's giving you a chance to respond. Quite frankly, if I was going to respond, it's going to be right here on the Draymond Green Show. But I just wasn't really even sure when I received that, like, if it was worth the response. What I will say is, this idiot said, I don't know what Draymond does out there. Matter of fact, let me run this back. He said, I don't like Draymond at all. You don't know me. That's number one. I just don't like Golden State. I quite frankly wouldn't like a team that beats me all the time either. That's number two. I don't like anything to do with them. Quite frankly, you were a little kid in high school watching us win championships. Should be happy that you even witnessed that.
This is what Dillon Brooks is responding to right here.
College, but you get the point. You're a fan. So that's crazy. Draymond talks a lot. I think if you have four, you talk a lot now. So if you have 4 rings, sure, you talk a lot more. For All-Stars, you probably talk a bit more. Defensive Player of the Year, you for damn sure would talk more.
Draymond Green, no doubt about it. He has that resume. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Medals, you definitely would be talking, because that would mean you beat Team USA, and we all know how that goes. So, okay, understand that. Okay, got it. Gets away with a lot too. What exactly do I get away with? I have 15 texts, one less than your dumb ass.
It's almost like the Spider-Man meme, the Spider-Man pointing at each other. Both of these guys have the same characteristics, and a lot of players from other teams do not like these guys. It's almost like they're looking at the mirror and they see each other. Draymond seeing a younger version of himself in Dillon Brooks.
Great. His game is cool. If you ever wondered why the Memphis Grizzlies is not ready to compete for a championship, look no further than this idiot right here. They're actually depending on this guy to help them win a championship. And he says his game is cool. Quite frankly, that just shows how little you know about basketball. And that's where it gets really interesting. Because it's one thing for a fan to say that. Quite frankly, I expect them to. Most of them don't really understand the game. You have the understanding of like your level of understanding the game of basketball is at a fan level. And yet you running around talking about a dynasty? The dynasty starts after you, not with you. And that's just a fact. I know dynasty-like players, and they aren't clowns. That doesn't work when building a dynasty. Take it from me. I actually know. Clowns don't work building a dynasty, my man. So, you know, he plays with heart, knows the ins and outs of the defense. I want to be quite frank, I made the ins and outs of our defense. Like, you know, kind of like a middle linebacker. You know, improvise, read the situation and react. You follow the stay at home and strong side corner. You follow, you should go there. You follow that guy should trap the box. I don't do that. That's where you went wrong at. But quite frankly, you have the level of understanding of a fan of the game of basketball. Some fans have a deeper understanding, but for the majority, that level of understanding isn't the same. It's kind of like a lot of media. It's very lazy. It's very, very, very lazy. So I guess that's why they like him over there. I'm trying to figure out why they like you in Memphis. Or do they like you in Memphis? That's a better question. I'm not sure your teammates like you. Doesn't lead to winning. I mean, we won some regular season games. But I can tell you why they like me over there. When you contribute in the way that I have contributed to 4 championships, they tend to like you. Because quite frankly, 4 championships, there's 4 NBA organizations that have the amount of championships I have. That's why they like me over there. Not including the organization that I've won my 4 with. That's why they like me though, kid. So, next time you speak up on me, you should do some fact checking. Next time you speak up on me, you should do some soul searching. Next time you speak up on me, I hope you're in a better situation than you in now, where the guys you play with actually enjoy playing with you because they actually think you're contributing to winning. Because it ain't happening right now, champ. You're not a champ. You're a clown. It ain't happening for you.
It's funny because right after all this, they had a quick matchup right on NBA TV, and Dillon Brooks was considering wearing a clown outfit to that matchup against the Warriors. But right after the victory, Dillon Brooks spoke on Draymond Green.
A crazy week. Lost 3 straight, all that's gone on. There was a podcast that was recorded. This one feel a little different tonight?
Yeah, you know, we just come in and do the same thing every single night. You know, we had a rough couple of weeks, but, you know, we got dogs on our team, resilient group that we fight every single night.
You told me before the game you were going to talk a lot. We saw you talking to a lot of different people tonight. What was the message that you had to Draymond?
That's what I do. I talk, and you know, I told him that you know, keep that mic. He's better at the mic than hooping. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing this podcast, keep blogging, keep doing this thing off the court. You know, it's cute, it's fun for him.
And there you have it. Oh, the league needs this so bad. And it shows you how much, confidence these young guns got in them, man, because they're talking a whole lot of smack with the Warriors, knowing that Ja Morant potentially has a 50-game suspension, which I found ironic. But I'm wondering if all this will have an outcome on his suspension, because the ratings are going to go through the roof if these two teams match up in the playoffs. In the league right now, in the middle of their TV negotiations, they need all the help that they can due to some of their low ratings. So we'll see how this plays out. Definitely these two are playing the Don King situation, but both of them have the same type of archetype when it comes to their character. And believe it or not, they're almost looking at the mirror and seeing each other as their reflection. So it is what it is.